uthi encwadini yezaga uthi wangidala ngiwuqala kwendlela yakho ekusikeleni kwakho amazulu ngangikhona ekumiseni kwakho intaba nganginawo ngiyingcwethi yomsebenzi wakho uJohane uthi ulizwi kaNkulunkulu konke kwavela ngayo ulizwi angakabi khona kuzange kube khona lutho kukho konke okudaliweyo kudalwe ngayo ulizwi kaNkulunkulu wena umuhle Jehova umuhle ngendodana yakho nacho sibuyisele kuwe ngezwi lakhe sidalela ukudumisa wena sidalela ukubabaza wena haleluya
konke kwadalelwa yena yedwa okusezulwini nasemhlabeni okubonwayo nokungabonwa dalelwa wena nokuba yizihlalo zobukhosi nokuba yimibuso ngemibuso nokuba yizikhulu ziphathi mandla dalelwa wena nomhlaba ungowakho wala konke nokugcwala konke kwawo ingazi moya yehlele kuwona nomhlaba ungowakho Nkosi Jesu uyabusa ingunaphakade.
Good afternoon. And this is Car Radio. We are here for you. My name is Mbuso Ngobese, Imbodla. Yeah, thanks to Ntokozo on our studios, just for connecting us again with everyone in the world. Welcome, and hopefully you are doing so great wherever you are in the land. We are welcoming you on Car Radio as we are here for you. Chikonela wena. And also right now we are live on our Facebook. You can follow us there. And also on our Twitter, at Radio Car, on our Instagram. We are just like Car Radio SA. And also again, on our YouTube, Car Radio. Yeah, simple to follow us. And we thank you as you are viewing and listening to us. It is Friday today. It is the last weekend of August 2021. So sirepa apha inyanga abantu besifazane sithemba ukuthi okubi okubehlele this month. Yeah, sorry ngalokho, and ke sithemba ukuthi kuningi abakubenefitile in this month be-celebratewa. That's ukuthi kuningi kwahlala lenyanga concerning abantu besifazane nezinto ezibhedayo. Kodwa ke you know what, siyafisa ngokuza lokho ngaphinde kwenzeke sithi sibe celebrate ngendlela eyona. Gotta check on other top stories that are currently happening in our country and international, and expect we together any weekend is Patheleni. I'm in for Pastor Dombiezi Mgomezulushezi. Yeah, she was in for me yesterday, so today I'm just in for her as well. So I'm so grateful to be in this hot seat. Extra khona lo Dr. Thabisile Msomi eshaya ngamagama amakhulu osukwini namhlanje, but ke we are so thankful from her teachings which ke akhona le series yakhe leya ayishayayo. So currently it is 2 minutes after 4 and mhla 27. There's something that happened today, and anyazi bizwa ngani. If there's someone who really know ukuthi kuyenzakalani today, 27th of August, even last year, I spent my whole day in one and the same home. There is a home in Enanda where uba umncane wamahlala khona. So on this same day last year, I was here and I was doing the same job, was just doing my building, and even today, I'm in one and the same house, same home, doing one and the same thing, and almost wearing the same, wearing the same colors. So I don't know what does this mean. If there's someone who really can explain this to me, which it is ngani ukuthi last year bengila ngezinto efanayo emzini owodwa, even namhlanje ngenza leyo nto leyo, same date, ibizwa ngani, but kumina ngiyibona nje into ngathi ukuqondana kwezinto. I don't know siqondana naye kodwa nje it's like I'm doing what I like the most, because ke makhuluma ngebuilding, ngithanda ibuilding so much. I was discouraged the time ke ku amathenda eqala ukuba ne-corruption ukuthi umsebenze. I have that experience mina yokusebenza umuntu engaholi lutho. I went to Cape Town building ama-RDP houses there, and they got that abantu abephethe ithenda asikwazanga ukuthi sihole at the end of the day. So ukuthi uholi imali engaphelele just because imali yakho ayinama-office aqondile. You don't know where to report ngoba uqashwa ngokuthi ufike wena, there's no offices. So sekwafika amathenda adominate, then ngaluza ithanda ukusebenza ngokwakhe, because akuseni ukuthi these things for mina ayihambi kahle. So yeah, but ukwakha, it's a beautiful thing. I think maybe ngasizanele because I was like, is uhulumeni akhipha imali engaka for abantu abakhaya? Was like, let me just go and do it. Building is the best. And I was like, okay, it's fine. I can go and try to over mark nami ngenza more. I remember one of years, maybe 2016, 2015, we gathered together and trying to open maybe zangani co-op. We were like more than 5, yeah. So we tried, but to start a company with abantu only there for which must have for me mal they wanna be in, but to participate I was like, aish, when I learned co-ops, it's like create hello with the way I can explain it, because how can abantu abangekho business mind business mind ubenze behlangana? Have 2 of them, they are business minded, and about 3 about 4 abekho business minded. They are like looking for opportunities to which, okay, once there is a deal, then we can participate, but with no deal we don't participate. So amathenda ngathi ama-co-ops ngathi afikela nje ukuthi ayi labantu abaxovele lo moya, and ngiyakhombela isikhathi salahleka at the time senze i-co-op, because ngabona ukuthi la I went from eShowe to Wasida eThekwini there by market to attend the class, and then the following day or I remember ukuthi oqala safika late, wathiwa no seni late, angikwazi uku-attend i-class. Sahamba ngaphinda ngabuyela emakhaya, ngaphinda ngabuya futhi on the following week saphinda sawu-attenda futhi. Mase si-attendile kwakuthi-ke siyaqala-ke manje sikwazi ukuthi-ke si-register, because bafida kuthiwa it's simple and easy ukuthi si-register khona amakhampani zethu, yabo. And nendaba yokuthi umntwana nje imisebenzi kakhulu register online ngendlela zethu, so it's not just easy, kasingcono manje khona register ikhampani, so easy. So ngahlala isikhathi esiningi nemali trying to put together inqondo abantu abakho ebhizinisini while sisebhizinisini nomunye ubhuti. So all those things ukuthi kube khona ama-co-ops, I feel like izinto zakreate ukuthi sibambezeleke. And at the end of the day kancane uthola i-co-op ikwithenda. It's rare. The most of the time ama-private companies, ama-individuals ukuthi abamathenda. So yeah, having said that, time 7 minutes after 4. Let's just go and check ukuthi kahle what is currently happening in our country and see with izinto zikanjani. While ke sikhuluma ukuthi ke as weekend umuntu ke ufuna ephatha kanjani ma umuntu okholwayo, sazi ukuthi kuphela nenyanga imali ingenile, and ke izinto eziningi nazo zivuliwe just sibe guarantee bebe somnandini. You didn't say as ama-Christians you don't have to go there and have fun, but there's some other things ukuthi you don't need to do uzona if it's abanye abantu. You can go there babuke benza nawe, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's some other things that doesn't allow you ukuthi uzenze ngoba usekholweni, and you need to be a light wherever you are, be a good example wherever you are, and abantu mabebona wena bebona ukuthi okay, yeah, this is different. Ngoba ukhethe endlela. Let's start by here ukuthi ezibona iweather namhlanje ihluke kanjena bathina abantu eCape Town. So we got that disaster officials are on standby to assist residents following heavy rain in Cape Town. So the winter storm that made landfall in the Western Cape on Tuesday afternoon moved further inland. So the Western Cape Environmental Affairs said no major incidents had been reported. However, damage assessments were still being done. So yeah, the spokesperson James Bernstein said the latest data seems to indicate that the bulk of rain seems to have fallen overnight, and we are still expecting some scattered showers into the afternoon and tonight as the secondary front move through. So he said that according to the SA Weather Service, stormy condition could be expected on Friday, which is today, and Saturday, with strong winds, rough sea conditions, and very cold weather predicted across the province. I remember the time I was in Cape Town as well. Cape Town is different. Hey, I was feeling like I'm in another country just because even ilanga lakho namalishona. I was surprised with at 7:30, if it's summer, at 7:30 is where we can go and try to relax with the ball 7:30 later. While here at 7:30, it's starting to be dark. So on the other side, 8 o'clock, this is like 5:30 here, or 6:30. I mean, yeah, it's like 6:30 in KZN. So it's very different. I was like, oh, when you're in Cape Town, it's like you are in overseas. Because it's different. Yeah, even if I really land, it just goes down. And you feel like, yes, I'm just changing the country now to another country called Western Cape here. So yeah, so you weather as we can feel here in KZN with the weather, it has changed, especially Moya, come on on another side. I'll come over south. But today you come over inside, you didn't understand because you look at Shani. Yeah, it did. So yeah, there is an actual weather which is corner winds are really in other parts of the country. And you get him experience a for the game. It is only cabinet that's been reshuffled. So the African National Congress, also known as the ANC in Parliament, is also making major changes to oversight committees. So the party on Friday said subsequent to change made by Cyril Ramaphosa, the president, earlier this month to his executive, there were now a number of vacancies in Parliament. Okay, and then also the changes have also seen those believed to be close to suspended Secretary General Isma Hashule removed from chairing certain committees. So NC Chief Whip Penny Majodina said, yeah, the new list of chairperson and whips was titled towards gender parity and women representation. So the changes will also see the party's youngsters, or youngest chairperson, Ndulu Mkajwa, overtaking the Higher Education Committee from Philemon Mapulane, who was appointed Deputy Minister. So another notable change is the appointment of Umosa Chabane, who will replace Bongani Bongo as Home Affairs Committee Chairperson. Bongo is among numerous ANC officials affected by the party's step aside resolution, as he is facing a corruption case in Mpumalanga, and Supra Mapumalpelo also got the job as tourism committee chair and has been replaced by Thandi Mahambe Shala. Yeah, reshuffling is taking place like seriously. A lot of changes that are happening. So this is another very sad story here that I'm about to give an update about. The National Police Commissioner Bukahla Sithole has commended the investigation team in the murder case of Gauteng health senior officials Upapita Diokoren for their swift arrest. So police said that the breakthrough was as a result of collaboration between crime intelligence, fidelity specialized service and community active protection operationalized uh, operationalized information. So it is understood that suspects were concerned at the hideout in Johannesburg, and police recovered two firearm and vehicle. So the police, Brenda Moridi, said a case of murder was registered by a Mendo police station and transferred to the Provincial Office of Investigation by the Serious Crime and Violence Unit. The team of experienced investigation caught a break-in case when they received information that led to arrest of the suspects from crime intelligence. So meanwhile, Gauteng Premier David Makura has also commended the police for their swift action. Yeah, this is very bad. He is just saying, in but still, we still sihlangane ezinto kanjalo ukuthi-ke abantu ababulawayo because lo mama lona beungumunye wabantu okumele ukuthi-ke athole ubufakazi akhumbula ukuthi kunobufakazi be-PPE obebukade kwenzeka indaba yabo. So umunye ufakazi but-ke she got shot and dead. Then bhekelana-ke manje ukuthi-ke government ministerial advisory committee on COVID-19 vaccine has been urged to look into whether those who have taken the single shot Johnson & Johnson jab should get a booster infection. Okay? So according to the pharmaceutical company, it had noticed a sharp increase in antibodies in those who received a booster shot more than 6 months after getting their initial single shot. So with no data about how long these COVID-19 vaccines will be effective, many experts are looking at more booster shots in the future as the virus mutate into different variants. So Health Minister Joe Pasha said that here in South Africa they were also discussing the possibility, but the main priority was to get 70,000 of population inoculated first. So they said that at this stage our focus is making sure that we reach population community coverage. So the other debates are not really our priority. We are considering them. We referred them to our specialists, but these are not recovering our minds. He said that. Okay. Yeah. That's the good to get vaccination. So, still here, there's another story that says the African National Congress, the Deputy Secretary General, Ucheshi Dwanje, said that the party just did not have money to pay salaries at the moment. Oh! This is really something we don't really understand. So, frustrated ANC staffers have missed 2 paychecks now. For now, wait on when they can expect to be paid. So, yeah, the ANC has insisted that it was not broke, saying that it was merely dealing with cash flow problems. So, yeah, we got this speaking on the Clement Manyatela show on Friday morning. Dante said, our staff across the country are on strike, and we respect their right to strike, as we understand how difficult these last 2 months have been for them. So, for us who are in cold management position, haven't been paid since May. How come? How come is this happening? I don't know. Is this one not real? They didn't get paid. yeah, how come the ruling party gets short of paying their employees? I really don't get it. But you know what? It is none of my business. Let's just continue. But as a country, we need to sometimes to understand why are these things happening and why. Okay, let's just go further on. National Assembly Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula said that she was receiving advice on how to deal with Western Cape Judge President John Hlophe President impeachment. So the allegation contained in the letter sent to Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula explain how Judge John Hlophe attempted to improperly influence a constitutional court judgment involving Jacob Zuma's and company thing. So this was during discussion with Justice Best Kabinde and Chris Chapter. So Parliament spokesperson Umoloto Motapo said that Speaker had received both the majority and minority decision of the JSC and Judicial Conduct Tribunal reports. Yeah. So ultimately, Hlophe will be determined by the National Assembly, which will need 2/3 majority to have him removed from the office. Yeah. Okay, this is also another one. We got the Chief Minister of Health, Joe Pasha, said the government was considering the possibility of making COVID-19 vaccines mandatory, but for now, no such decision has been made. So earlier this week, Limpopo Health MEC Popi Ramatuba said that she wanted to meet with the alcohol industry to discuss the possibility of only selling booze to people who had their jab. Okay, so far more than 11.6 million shots have been administered in this country, but the aim is to vaccinate 70% of the population by December. So Pasha said that at this stage, government was speaking to various fora about the feasibility of making vaccine compulsory, but for now, they were only exploring their options, which could consider limiting access to entertainment and workplaces for those who had chosen not to get the shot. This is confusing though, because I remember our government, Ramaphosa, at some stage last year, if it's not earlier this year, he said that there is no one who is being forced to take the jab. But now I don't understand if the minister Upasha said they are trying to make it compulsory to anyone. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't see the, what do they call it, freedom of choice. Yeah, I think we should have freedom of choice concerning to this one. This is my opinion as a citizen of South Africa. When it comes to the vaccine, if you see vaccine is going to work, okay, you can go and take the jab, but it mustn't be the thing that it's compulsory. I remember I was doing grade 3, and I don't know what was happening at school. And health department came to our school by mobile clinic. They came and gave us some drop. I don't know if Gomelan, but we got those drops long time ago. And but my question is, there are other people that we were in the same age with them, and they were not going to school at all. You know, or else there is some other families, they don't mind if you're in school and they don't care. Those people, they didn't get those jabs, but still they had nothing, and still even today, they're fine, you know, and they're living a very good life without those drops effect to the schooling. So I feel like I don't know why is this going to be compulsory. Yeah, I think we as the community, as South Africans, should have a freedom of choice. You know, I want to take this or I don't want to take this, and yeah, something like that. Yeah, and remember at uh, half past 4, because I have a beautiful gem there from Dr. Suoane Msomi, the beautiful gem. So yeah, if you want to listen to it, stay with me. After 6 minutes from now, you will be enjoying that beautiful gem. Yeah, and also you can just go and download it from iTunes. It's up to you. And maybe after listening to it, you can also go to our to his YouTube and check Dr. Suoane Msomi and watch the video live there. It's up to you, but you can even download on iTunes there. On iTunes, then you can have it, listen to it multiple times as much as you like. And there's another story here I need to check on it because it really touches me as well. And we need to check in it before we go to our air break on 4:30. And see, we all know again. Yeah, so it's Friday today. You got paid, they got paid. And also, okay, abasemakhaya since kwaqala into lena unrest in our province and Gauteng province. Yeah, a lot of people lost their jobs, and we're still praying for them, praying with them. And again, sometimes I used to say, that's mine. That yeah, lo mqondo wangena kumina, wang affect her, and I'm happy for it. You know, I'm all the time. I'm always willing to be self-employed. I don't like to be employed. That's me. I don't like to be employed. I like to be self-employed. In other words, I like to be a boss. That's me. I think it's my capacity. You see, so that helps the most of time to be your own boss. Even though some other bosses during the unrest, they were like also, but yeah. But just because when they have created something from scratch, they have the ability of restructure other than umuntu ebekashiwe ufuna ukuthi ahambe wasebenza. Then if ngisibone nje if busebenza spa e-Bridge City, then i-Bridge City yaba nenkinga, then uzokwenzani ngawe because umuntu ozodecide to spa, if uspa engabuyi e-Bridge City, that means wena awusenayo into ozoyenza. But if you were creating your own thing, even though maybe you were looted during the looting time, but just because you have an experience, you have gone through izinto eyithize bekumele ukuthi udlule kuzona ukuze ube la ubukhona. So yazi ke manje indlela, no one angakudukisa, yabo. It's similar to know something. If you know, you know. Even on Facebook, when they post some silly videos or pictures, they used to say, if you know, you know. This means if you understand, no one can tell you that you don't know this thing if you know this thing. If you know how to cook, you know how to cook. And if you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to cook. So it's just similar to that one. As we are saying, even if you were looted during the unrest, but just because white color from scratch, you can say color gabusha and on the footy and a man that when I collect then umuntu obekashiwe. I know it's painful, it's very bad, and others of us again, we don't have capacity to lead abantu and start up a business, and we cannot say umuntu aqala business if into again. But we are saying ama advantages to be self-employed. Self-employed, yes, but our experience, you can't buy an experience from butchery like you're buying a meat. Experience, you work on it until you have experience. Then if you want even then you know where to start because you know exactly in the code. Like myself, because I can build. I can't die of hunger because I know where to go if eating is not working. Then I go to an industry to Zamimali, bounce back, I know how to drive. If drive, I can go and fund izinto zokushayela and ngishayela. You know, money awasebenzisa now. So I can't stuck because I know ukuthi indlela esilihanjwa kanjani. Ikanjalo. But again, it's very good to have your own something that you are doing, even if you are unemployed somewhere somehow. But it's very important to have something that your baby. Okay, it is 1 minute away to 4:30. That's why we are going to have a beautiful gem from Dr. Suoane Msomi. Beautiful gem there. But before you get there, Transport Minister Ufikile Mbalula has announced an extension to grace period for the renewal of driver's license. So driving license that expired between 26 March 2020 and up to including 31 August are now deemed with valid until 31 March 2022. So pressure had been mounted on government to extend the grace period with major backlogs at license centers, problem with the online system and corruption delaying what should be a standard renewal process for tens and thousands of motorists. So briefing just today, Mbaula said that extension was granted in order to give motorists a fair opportunity to renew their license. Time is 4:30. It is time for us to go to a break with a beautiful gem from Dr. Suoane Msomi Ngingayapi. Enjoy.
Ngingayapi, ngingashonapi, mangisuke bukhoneni bakho. Ngingayapi, ngingashonapi, mangisuke bukhoneni bakho. Ngingayapi, ngingashonapi, ngoba mazokuphila vela Nkosi Jesu ngizohlala nawe ngikukhonze njalo ngidumise igama lakho. Ngingayapi, ngingashonapi, mangesuka kuwe Jesu, mangesuka kuwe Jesu. Hallelujah.
Msomi ethi Ngingayapi. It's a beautiful gem of worship, I will say so. Yeah, I have guitar in my house. I can play that song maybe in three genres. I can play it on my guitar like reggae and rock, as well as something like jazz, even something like maskandi. Oh, 5 genres. You see? So yeah, it's a beautiful gem. Beautiful gem. It's nice. It's where you just praising the Lord without any limitations. Because like we just ubeka ubuwena uthi where can I go? Ngingayaphi ngempela mangisuka ebukhuleni bakho. Yabo. It's nice. It's very good. It's very good. So the most of the time I used to just play my guitar and have a beautiful moment with this song. It's beautiful. So yeah, it's Friday today. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy your weekend in a very responsible way. In a very responsible way. Especially this time because things are responsible ngayo just yenzayo. To show ukuthi ke esikhule kangakanani. Yonke lento ibalekile as umuntu uphila ukuthi no man. You know what? Be responsible. It is good to be responsible. It is good. But this thing of taking responsible, it starts from listening. As today we're talking about listening. What is listening actually? You should be listening. But again, when I say when it comes to be responsible, it begins from listening. And if you have a lack of listening skill, and that's where the problem starts. It's the as pillars and we receive from listening. You see, you listen, but if you can't just only prosper by seeing, you need to listen because someone should instruct you and tell you what in life you need to be patient, and if you are impatient, you're gonna have a problem. You see, and it's true because if in life if you are impatient, you ended up taking a shortcut, and those shortcuts can damage yourself. Either you die, go to jail, or else you hurt somebody, or in your prosperity someone is complaining like I'm armed robbery. Those are quick route to Uber rich because you just invade to someone's house or someone's property and take whatever in terms of when. So even if you have a beautiful prosperity, you are being praised in your community, but in your heart it's always ringing. How did I get here? What happened? So it is now today we are saying responsibility begins from listening. We have to have a listening skill. Listening skill it shows or it commands us to be under someone, because you can't listen to someone who is not over you. Like in the range, let's say when it comes to my levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, something like that. So in the lower level there's abantu abaphansi, and then in the high level there's abantu where we look up to. But you can't listen if now from our top level, because you won't ask. Even our preachers, when they preach, sometimes you can find them fighting with preaching just because umuntu ufuna indlela ukuyibeka nje akafuna ukuvuma nje ukuthi omunye umuntu ushumayele kahle. Yeah, just to say thanks to Apostle so and so for a nice one. You see, but ufuna ufana ne revelation yakhe isikhathi singavumi. That's what happens to us ke must failure ukuba ne listening skill. We fail just because we want to tell, we don't want to listen. So like today, I'm also a testimony. It's my testimony as well. I'm where as I am since nazo engihlanganisile empilweni, but just listening from parents in an early age telling you ukuthi ntanami you work hard to have. Baba mangifundisa ukubamba spade, mangifundisa ukuthi to do plaster you can make money, mangifundisa ukuthi to build a house you can make money, you can build money, you can build a house on your own. And I took that one as an advantage. And I remember I was up and down trying to find who can teach me to do it properly. And I didn't get it. In my family, there are other guys that they were doing a building. I tried to approach them with guys, just teach me I want to do this thing. And they've seen this guy is clever, he can do this more than we do. But luckily enough, because we who I got a time we were shooting down, they went down. And I got that umundula, and he's doing plaster somewhere somehow. And it's like, no problem. And ngaba hate my song from I was no, relax. I will teach you how to do this when I ahlangane Monday ngifike laphana so7 ngambambisa kancane hamba sawo7 mina to be a builder, I didn't go to school and I won't go to school for building into lula kanje. How should I go there? YouTube is there, but this is for me because mina ngafunda ngale ending. If ufunda kwi-field you will be never like umuntu ofunde y square. Esikoleni uyafunda, it's nice, but when you come back it's something else because you need to understand the blocks and cool because when you're there in a campus but when you're here in a real world they're using something you can build right now with delays but when it comes to reality, when we are building a big house 10 room 20 room, then you have to find square on that one. It needs the experience. And the reason I was saying, if you know, you know. So to build a mall, you need to put it on square level. To make sure with each and every tile that they will put in a floor, it should fit. You see? If you find a door frame, you must make sure with the door frame is square and on level. To make sure if you fire with your measurements, it should be on square and on the right level. All those things you learn, but it is to learn when you are in the industry, in a field. It's very easy to learn it. But again, if you want to go to school to get prepared like civil engineering, you can go there and have those ones. So everything starts from usulalele, and you can be responsible. And you can enjoy your weekend responsible if you don't listen. Because you need to have someone to tell you to be responsible. And you need to make sure that you bow down for other people. Then you can be responsible. Each and everyone, even also a business, even our leaders everywhere, they will tell you when something good. You need to listen. Because if you don't listen, even you can be a president leading people. Remember, you are there, and there's a lot of people that are clever than you. But the thing is, you got a chance to be there. But when they come with an idea, saying, guys, we need to try to do this and this, and you will say, okay, let me just think about it. At least you can say, let me just think about it. You see. But you know what? In this we as people sometimes we deny ulalela, and it's ulalela ngoba sesithole injured. If I got injured right now, that means I have to listen, go back and study. But yeah, it's part of life. It's part of human journey. What I can say is kubalulekile ukuthi silalele ngaleyo ndlela leyo kuzibalula ukuthi ke sikwazi ukuba responsible. So yeah, another thing that ke esizayo if ulalela ukwazi ukuthi uvike ingozi ingakafiki just because uyalalela, yabo. Once ukwazi ukwenza lokho it's easy, and also ukwazi nokuthi ufunde enye into obe kungafanele ukuthi ufunde early just because umuntu olalelayo khona izinto otshela zona early emncaneni bakho utshele zona ukuthi no, this thing ayenze kanje, yenzeka kanje, fanele ukuthi wena kodwa awuyinaki. Kanti bethe umuntu okhonza ukulalela abubuze early ukuthi lento yenzeka kanjani and uyigwema kanjani into kanje, yabo. Ngoba ungena ukulalela ufuna ukuthi sizwe wena noma ufuna kuzwakale wena. Lento isibuya manje ukuthi yazi somebody told me about this, or maybe my parents, or my pastor told us about this thing. But we didn't listen. We wanted to do things on our own. But when it comes to listening, it is the best. Listening means humble yourself. Listening means give attention to a sound. Listening means just listen to something. You know, when you listen, you thatha value yakho onayo. Now bethiwa unayiphi degree emhlabeni kodwa thatha value yakho uyigwinye. You swallow your pride and listen to somebody. You see? You swallow your pride and listen to somebody. ngisho umuntu omdala, mntanami indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili, and you cannot deny that. It's true, because if you didn't listen that, uyafika la phambili ngoba wazi ufuna ukwenza ngendlela yakho, bese utshela ukuthi no, bekufanele ukubuze kuqala so ukuthi isikhathi and kuyenzeka if uma ufika kuma-queues, just because utshela ukuthi uyazi fika ama-queues awu-4 kanti ujoyine i-queue wrong, instead of ukuthi sawubona uyaphila, ethi umuntu uyaphila, ngicela ukubuza once wathi nje ngicela ukubuza, may I ask something, bese bethi yes. You humble yourself. Ngaphandle once wacela usuyihambulishile lapho, it means you can be able to listen ngokwazi ukucela. Umuntu ongalayela wazi ukucela uyafuna, yabo, akaceli. So you listen, you ask, you swallow your pride, and uyabuza ukuthi lo line lona ngabe uya uma ATM noma ngabe uya kule ndawo engifuna ukuya kuyona, bese besho okay, I know uma ufuna ukuthi uye bank statement jela leya queue, uma ufisa ukwenza ama-inquiry jela leya queue, then walalela. After listening, you get the right direction ngoba indlela ibuza kwabaphambili. You see, there's a lot of benefits ekulaleleni, and without listening there is no benefit. Baningi ngathi sibaningi khona lezi izinto singalalelanga besitshela ngazo kuthiwa do not do this, but ngoba sifuna uku-experiment ukuthi ke why singayenzi, uyenze benenkinga uyaqala-ke manje bangitshela, you know, but ke be responsible, i-responsibility ke hlala ekutheni ke umuntu akwazi ukulalela. Listening is a skill. One of our teachers, they used to say that listening is a skill. If the stars is bang umsino, listening is a skill, listening is a skill. And so listening is a skill because that's what without listening. Those of them all start from listening. Even if you are in an early age as a child, start from listening. In churches we have a preacher. If you cannot be able to listen, it means there's a problem. If you don't have a listening skill, I don't see because you go to the church, it's where you have to sit down. If you are utokotela, but there in the church, there's a pastor there in the church, and the pastor will preach, will tell you ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyasindisa, uNkulunkulu uyamvusa umuntu ofileyo, but you as a doctor, i-theory kutshela ukuthi umuntu ngikwazi ukutshela umuntu as doctors ukuthi no umuntu sosalo 14 days, but in Christ there's nothing like that. In Christ we have a hope and faith, you know. So in faith we know which anything is possible, but in doctorate, once you tried your best, you just say we give up. Yeah, so those are in different levels, and if we can listen skill, you will say, this pastor is crazy. Umuntu akavuki nje, umuntu akavuki once umuntu ufile uyabo, but kunjalo nje, yabo. Ngakhumbula last year, I don't know who's this guy, has a lot of money, the driver Formula 1, those imoto lezi ezibizayo egijima kakhulu. So yena ngonqothi benemali kakhulu, wakulingana le moto, nakumala le moto yena ingqondo yafa, bayibiza nge-brain dead. If ukufa ingqondo, umzimba womuntu awufanishini kahle. If ungafanishini kahle, it means uzofa vele. But into yenza ukuthi uqhubeka nokuphila ile machine abefaka kuwena, uphefumule ngemachine. Until beze beyikhiphe leyo machine leyo. Ufeke. Uma bangayikhiphanga, uyaqhubeka ukuphila. But those things requires abantu abanemali eningi ukuthi bekwazi ukungena kuzona. Yabo. So this guy had a lot of money, so be qualify ukuthi ayiswe kuleyo ndawo usahlale khona bemenze yonke into leyo. But ngathi kuphela ama 5 years ekuleyo machine wathi nje akaphumula kophela imali kwaphumela. Ngathi 4 to 5 years. Oh, wavuka. Yabo. That means njama sena experience enhle ukuthi umuntu maye ne brain dead, i-brain ifile but iyawazi uqala phansi kwa i-rebuild-eke ifana nesitshalo. Isitshalo musifaka emhlabathini siyafa bese kuvuka isithombo bese siqhakazisa izinto eziningi. So after he had i-brain dead, wahlala these couple of years embhedeni nale machine ephila ngayo edlama drip. After a couple of years later wavuka waqhubeka waphila. It means as long as there's something ekuboostayo, ingqondo isengaqala phansi ivuke ikhandeke. It's something ebingaziwa, but it is kaviwe emva kokuba sekwenzakala, because doctors used to say masikhipha le mshini noma nje uphinde uphile. Brain dead means wena nje awuphinde ubuyele emhlabeni, yabo, bebe give uphile. But sekuvezela ukuthi umuntu kaNkulunkulu ngenzeka noma yini emuntu, yabo. Mhlawumbe lo kwenzeka kuyena oba lo 45 years wavuka, mhlawumbe umuntu ngenzeka sababu 6 months avuka, mhlawumbe ngenzeka abo 3 years noma 2 years avuke, because nendlela system abantu afanishene ngayo ayifani. Like ukuthi when you compare a white person with the black person, bahlukene in terms of strongness, you see. So even skin asifani, all those things makes us ukuthi sahluka kancane komunye khona strong, khona weak, khona weak, depend ukuthi ukhule kanjani, ukhulele all those things, yabo. So into kanjalo zama ukuthi ke izinto zikanjalo. So we are there in terms of as we see we weekend, we need to be responsible, and irresponsibility if you can't listen, then you can't have responsibility at all. Yonke into I can name it. I can name them. They are too much. Everything starts from listening. And if we fail, even now I'm emphasizing, if we fail to listen, there is no prosperity, there is no life, there is no hope, there is no future, there is no family, there is no way forward, there is no fruit, there is nothing. If you want to drive a car, you need to listen. If you want to be a doctor, you need to listen. If you want to be a teacher, you need to listen. Can you imagine a teacher that can't be teachable? You can't be a teacher if you cannot be teachable. Because you are listening skill. You can't even create abantu abakufundisa ukuthi bekulalela because awukwazi ukulalela, yabo. So yonke drive a car need to be teachable. So I will learn that's the irritating part of driver's license. It starts from learners. You need to be teachable. Why think about our controls, and we understand this thing in terms of at the point which usuyaphila uzongayicula ipure. There comes the car. It's another problem of doing 5 things in the same time. You turn, you change gear, you brake, you clutch, it's 5 things. You turn, you change gear, you accelerate, or you brake, you press clutch, you turning your steering, you are observing. When the 6 things in at the same time, it needs you to understand and to be teachable, which is how to multitask. Because most even though it's a very dangerous thing, but you can even have your cell phone with you while you are driving, although it's not allowed. But that's what I'm saying, which is, if you well taught, and you are a good listener, and we find in Bilo in the Mangoba, we don't listen. That's the problem, guys. We don't listen. Just do this. Persevere is the matter of success. We fail to persevere because and so working hard doesn't kill, but it pays well. But it won't happen. I can't start from but yes, you understand that. But I said now ufunde kakhulu. Yabo. If ufunda kakhulu uzoqala ulalele ukuthi aba skills ukuthi ufuna uthola imali enkulu. All those things into kanjalo kubalekile ukuthi sibe nayo irresponsibility yokuthi sibe yabo nje listening. It's a very big responsibility. I used to ukuthi sibe nama right, but the most of the time no one is teaching us about our responsibilities. You have the right to vote. You have the right to talk. You have the right to express your feelings. You have the right to not do this and that, you name it. But at the end of the day, where is the responsibility? No one is teaching us to have a right to eat, but the responsibility not to waste. You see, you have a freedom of speech. Responsibility to do not harm other people. You have a right to walk wherever, but the responsibility is to make sure with where you walk is safe for you. You see, you have a right to drive, but the responsibility respect the road rules and sign. You see, you have a right to go to church, yes, but your responsibility to, when you get to church, behave, listen. You know, so when it comes to listening, I can say it is it follows. I can say so. It follows, or it's a first, or it follows love. Because when it comes to listening, you must first listen when somebody tells you what is love. So you will understand what is love. Then I think love comes after after listening. You listen, someone tells you there's something love, and you ask, what is love? They tell you, love is caring, love is to feel sympathy, love is to forgive. You know? But there's a lot of people that cannot understand love because they are failing to understand what is love. Remember, to be loved is to receive money from someone who says they love you. If there's no money, there's no love. Others understand that if he doesn't beat me, this is not love. Others understand that if he doesn't post me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, this is not love. You know, they got love in it. They got information because they fail to understand what is love. You see, love is sharing, love is forgiving, love is respecting everyone. You see, love is giving others a chance if we have some chances. You know, love is where you advise other people in the right way, in the right manner. Love is whereby you are enjoying yourself, giving yourself some good time, taking yourself out if you can be able to do that. Love is whereby you feel sympathy for other people. You can help them where you can help. You know, it's what we call love. You know, love is welcoming. It's either you are dirty or you are clean, but love welcomes everyone. Love doesn't choose. You know, if you are a crook or not, but love loves everyone. So, but if you failed to listen to people when they teach you or teach you how to perform love, then you will if he doesn't buy me a car, he doesn't love me. You know, all those things. So I think we should sit down and have a listening skill. After listening skill, we'll perform a lot of things and we'll go miles in our life. Nothing will stop us. That's for sure. So we are 3 minutes away from our time, and then we say lapha 8 o'clock. Dr. Suoane Msomi will be having that beautiful show from 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock. So yeah, be blessed in this afternoon and make sure you are having the right time, taking your responsibilities, try to adapt some skills of listening, you know. And as we're talking about some skills of listening, you need to listen. It's like a daily thing. You need to listen every day. Every day it's a task of listening. You know, it's a task of listening. Unless if you are alone on or in your house, but still you can open radio, you are a listener. You see? You open to music, you are a listener. So that's it. Listening to understanding. If you don't understand, ask. And then you will get more information. Yeah. I used to be someone who is really asking at school. I used to ask. And sometimes I used to ask even something that's been explained before, but because it's been a miscall to me, I needed to get more information in it. And one ukuthi abanye bacasuka mangibuza ngathi okay, thisha maphuma zomlandela stuff from there. Fike ngibuze la, thisha, if you free ungitshela ngizokuzwa khona ngezwanga kahle. Azofika. Fike ngibuza kuwe wedwa. Lento yenza kanjani? Bese lokutshela lokho kwenza kanje because I was impressed when it comes to listening. Because if you fail to listen, I'm telling you, there's no way forward. So yeah, hopefully you're gonna have a beautiful one today. But we need to have the last verse for a day. and before ngiyekeleke uhambe weekend yakho uyophumula kamnandi, you need to have nje ivesi yosuku bakithi. You cannot have ivesi yosuku ukuthi ke sineke sithini osona namhlanje. Namhlanje we are reading from the scripture Psalm 35 verse 22. Psalms 59 verse 10. Psalms 59 verse 10. In his unfailing love, my God will stand with me. He will let me took down in a triumph on all enemies. So can you imagine? Think about this great thought of my God will stand with me. So your faithful and loving God will be with you, and He will stand with you. So His plan and purpose for your life is to bring you in the place of victory. So you will be able to look back and see His almighty hand in your life. Time it is 5 o'clock. So have a beautiful evening. Enjoy your life and make sure that you are continuing to be a responsible person. Thanks to Ntokozo in our studios. And yeah, have a beautiful weekend. Even you there. Next month again, experience again. Inyanga yamagugu whereby so besithi ikhalaphi induku yethu, ikhalaphi sizwa ngose as amaZulu. So yeah, happy weekend. Be blessed wherever you are in the land. Thank you.
Something good has come. Something good has come. Something good has come. Something good has come. Something good has come.
Something good has come.
Something good has come. Something good has come. Something good has come. Yenzeka integelele. Yenzeka integelele. Yenzeka integelele. Yenzeka integelele. Yenzeka integelele. Ngangomana no Jehovah. Njengo Saul ngomana no Jesu. Ngangomana no Smagande. Something good has come. Something good has come. I'm no longer the same. Something good has come upon me. Something wonderful. Ongaphansi akathengi phezulu. Ongenamandla akathengi namandla mina. Ompofu akathengi qebile mina. Ogulayo akathengi philile. Yenzeka integelele. ngama